Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
So just have a bit of fun, guys.
Let's have fun. Let's be ourselves.
Just have fun, be yourself,
Let's have
and
bloody
just relax.
fun. We're fun. We're just a bunch of mates.
Just enjoying. We're just hanging out.
Just hanging
Well,
out.
we're starting as mates.
We're starting as mates. We won't end as mates.
This could end.
we're
This could end
opposition.
badly.
Yeah, very badly. Okay. Welcome to Make Me Good at Golf, a golfing podcast hosted by three mates who are trying to get good at golf and want to invite you along for the ride. Joining me, Pete Helliar, a man who's been making people laugh for generations, I say. You would know him from Have You Been Paying Attention and Utopia, Anthony Lehmo Lehman.
Hey,
Thank you.
thank you, Pete.
We don't have a studio audience, so we do have to
clap ourselves in, yes.
clap ourselves in. And also the 361st player to put on a baggy green for the Australian cricket team. Please welcome a man who may have taken a hat-trick somewhere early on in his career, I think it was. Please welcome Damien Fleming.
I did in my first test.
Is that right?
Yeah, funny enough.
It's your test on debut.
So that's the exclusive for the pod.
That is, we are bringing the exclusive.
Wow.
What a. We've been talking about this for a long time now.
Yes.
And sometimes I look for omens of like, if my team's playing in the grand final. But I woke up this morning. We've had an Australian win a major in the US.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Scotty Boland, different sport, but has taken a hat-trick over at the West Indies, and we're bowling
I
out
inducted
for
him
26.
2 hours ago into the hat tricks club.
There are a few Victorians in that club now, aren't there?
Well, really, it's only Victorians except for Glenn McGrath.
Right.
He stuffed it up.
Yeah, so there's Warney.
So if we go backwards, Scott Boland, Peter
Yep.
Siddle,
Yes.
Yep.
Glenn Bloody McGrath, New South Wales.
yeah,
even though
annoying,
he lives
yeah.
in Noosa now.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, funny enough, I played with him last year to hand in his third card
Oh, is that right?
to get a handicap.
Oh.
Big Pidgey.
How does, just to stop here, how does Glenn McGrath go on the golf course?
Better than his batting, which is not hard. No, he started at 16. But we'll jump
Okay.
into handicaps
We
going down. Then
okay.
it was Warney, myself, and Big Mervyn Hughes.
Wow.
Oh, there it is. And you nearly, of course, had 2 test hat-tricks if Keith Warne didn't drop an absolute sitter at second slip.
First slippers hate catches right in front of there. No, seriously.
It just bounced clean out of his hands and over his
Straight
head.
out of his hands.
Yeah.
It was, and it all goes in a split second. And we'll be talking about this with our golf.
Yes.
With putting and,
Yes.
and chipping.
It's a game of inches.
But it just hit the outside edge and it's running. And it goes in slow-mo, but it doesn't go in slow-mo. And I just thought, I've got it.
You got it.
He's out.
And how many
He drops it over his head.
How many cricketers have taken 2 hat-tricks?
Well, at that stage, I think I was going to be the first. Wazim Akram did it, your mate,
Yes.
Lehmo, did that afterwards. But at the time, that was my one chance of real fame.
I swear I
And now I'm
read...
trying to make it in golf.
Didn't I read today there's an Australian who's taken 2 hat-tricks?
Yeah, can we move this on a little bit?
Well, to bring
Isn't it like in 1905 or something?
Oh, is it Hugh Trumbull? Is it the Trumbull Cafe?
Trumbull's
He took
taken
one.
2, but it's not him. Sorry, Trumbull's taken 1, but it's not him. Oh, no, guy took 2 in the same test.
Jimmy Matthews.
That's it.
Jimmy Matthews.
Yes.
Good on you, Jimmy, if you're watching.
He's ruined the story. But he had a handicap of 32, Jimmy.
Well, to bring it
So
back to
not
golf.
good enough.
To bring it back to golf, what could you compare taking a hat trick to? Is it a hole in one? Is it rarer than that, or is it?
It's close, but a lot of people have got hole-in-ones. Whereas there's only one person that's got a hat trick
But
in
more
their
people-
first test.
Yeah.
So it'd be like
Hang on, is it
winning
like
38 majors. There you go.
Is it like Tiger?
The 8 majors.
Is it like Tiger winning his first Masters? Is it like that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what we have talked about it, man, Tiger.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Because we're in that sort of
You're in that upper-
rarefied air.
That's right. I think you took him out last time he was in Melbourne, didn't you? And,
Yeah.
Got him in marriage ended.
We're both not allowed back at Royal Melbourne.
Well, it is. Yeah. I mean, so
But this has been a long time
It
coming.
has been a long time
We
coming.
have talked about this for years.
We've played a lot of golf together. The first incarnation of this podcast was going to be something called the Lonely Golfers Club.
Yes.
Yeah, and the story behind that is, Lehmo, I come up with this.
I was at the airport and I saw you guys. I think Lehmo, we may have already mentioned it. And then Flem came up and I said, we're going to start something called the Lonely Golfers Club, and it's just people who are, actors, comedians, athletes. They don't work, regular hours.
Yep.
And we said, great idea. We'll start a WhatsApp group. And then, we didn't talk about it for a bit. And then I realised Flem started the group. He's like third or fourth into this idea. Not invited me. Not invited me.
And where did you announce that?
On stage in Soho, in London, on stage with Tommy Gleeson. And I hadn't mentioned it to you at all.
No.
Kept my powder dry.
Are you in the audience?
No, he was on stage.
I'm on stage.
Oh, you're on stage.
He was on stage.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the funny thing is, you were part of the Lonely Golfers part 2. There was already a part 1.
Well,
so I started.
you're very lucky. All I'm saying is
We are lonely golfers.
You're lucky to be here. No, it's we are lonely golfers, and we want to get better. That's what we're trying to do. So let's take a walk through our golfing history. When did we first start playing golf? How long have we been playing golf for?
Right, I was pretty young. I grew up in country South Australia. We had a golf course at the local town.
Oh, wow.
Peruna, which had scrapes, not greens. It was only 9 holes. And it was basically 9 holes carved out of someone's paddock.
Wow.
But golf was big every Sunday for the whole year. Everyone in the community played.
Yeah.
So I would have started playing at around age 9 or 10, I guess. Something like that. So you'd go down,
And it wasn't boring? You're playing footy and cricket
No,
as well?
I was playing footy and cricket as well, but I loved it.
Okay.
It was good fun, and a lot of my mates played as well, and all the parents played, and it was, every Sunday. It was classic country Sunday golf. It was a big booze up as well.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
And then everyone drove home.
I thought you would have driven home as a 9 or 10-year-old.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, there were times where I would have been better driving home than the old man from that. So that was where I started. And I remember hitting balls on the farm, just getting the driver out and hitting balls into a paddock.
Yeah.
As a kid. So I played a lot up until I was up until I went to boarding school. So before I was 14, I played quite a lot. And then after that, really just sporadically.
Yeah.
After that.
But you had the love early.
But I loved it early, yes.
Yeah, so I'd be the opposite. I hated golf. I
Really?
played cricket and footy, and then obviously morphed into cricket. And then playing the Australian cricket team, we had Ricky Ponting and Greg Blewett off scratch. But it was almost like the batters played golf and the bowlers were recovering from a big night of winning a test match and doing all the hard work,
Yes,
50 overs.
Yeah.
But I couldn't have thought of anything worse. And I only played golf when they made me play a corporate day. Do you know what I
Really?
mean?
That late?
Right.
Yeah, and then when I'd think about it, I had 3 shoulder recos. So when I half thought about, I've got the winter off, I'd either be getting an operation or recovering from a tear in the deltoid or something like that. So I didn't take it up till late 30s and really not serious till I was 40 when I joined Riversdale. But the inspiration was, once I retired, and as we do a lot of public speaking, a lot of golf days, and I'd be teeing off with the general manager or the CEO, and they're excited about having a golfer play because they're thinking Blewett and Ponting.
Yeah.
But they've got Fleming, who's shooting 130, and they're getting my ball out of the scrub and all that for 5 hours. Do you reckon they want to hear me tell funny stories at the end? So mine comes from embarrassment. And
Really?
Alan Border actually said, we were working on Fox Sports at the time, it's an absolute disgrace that you're making 25 grand a year from speaking at golf days. And these young pros are +5 and are paying for themselves to do that. So my love was a slow burn and just went, I just want to stop embarrassing myself. And then you get the bug.
Yeah.
And then you get the bug. And then because of our lifestyles, I've had the opportunity to play a lot during the week.
Yeah.
And but not until I was 40.
It's kind of my motivation now. Part of the motivation of this podcast is to get better
Yes.
at golf.
Yeah.
And I'm sick of fumbling around where I am. It's time I made a move. And that's why I'm motivated here.
Yes.
And this is making me do it, much like the golf days.
And we're going to be digging
Made
deep
you
into
do it.
that. What about you, Pete? Your
I
background?
played very socially. I mean, I grew up, I was born in 75, so when Greg Norman was winning tournaments, when the Great White Shark was just dominating on the world stage, it was infectious, and there was, around that time that, in mid-80s, off the back of Australia 2 winning the America's Cup and Pat Cash winning Wimbledon, it just felt, and it was very exciting to have Aussies succeeding on the international stage. Like,
Hawthorn winning quite a few flags through the 80s
It's
there.
an international stage. Playing an exhibition match in Toronto doesn't count.
Yeah, but we won there, we won in China, and we won at the Oval in '88.
There's 2 Hawthorn supporters on this podcast and 1 Collingwood supporters. We'll even that up at some point. But it's, yeah, it was just so infectious and played with mates. But to be honest, played it like all, we all know about this golf. The old thing, you play one good shot and it keeps bringing you back. You play enough good shots and it keeps bringing you back. It was always like that. We'll go down to the local school on weekends, hit balls. Never really thought about getting good at it. The thought of getting good at it was so far away. And it wasn't until a couple of years ago where I was deciding to leave the project. It was a show that I worked on for 10 years. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to have some spare time on my hands. What can I dedicate that to that's just for myself? That's not work related. And I thought, let's actually try to get good at golf.
Yes.
I've played it my whole life. And I always enjoyed it socially and more like catching up with my mates. But did I love it? Not really. I liked it, but I didn't love it. And now I cannot.
Yes.
I wake up in the middle of the night thinking about it. I take it in all its forms. I take it whether it's with mates is obviously the best way to play it, but also by myself. Love playing by myself.
Yeah, I mean, you are a lonely golfer.
I'm a lonely golfer.
You're living that.
You got to embrace the lifestyle. If I get paired up with randos at the course, happy with that as well.
Yes.
Right.
So
are they happy with it though, Pete?
They're never
That's the
happy.
question.
You know when
They're
you've really
never
got the bug? The other day, it's raining, right? And I'm in the city with an umbrella and it stops. And, I do up the umbrella and I'm waiting for the traffic light to go green. So I just practiced a few drives.
That's
Do you know what I mean? Just with my umbrella.
You cannot put a cricket bat or a golf club anywhere near a bloke because we will pick it up and have a swing.
Yeah.
Or line up. Sort of being golfing by yourself, right? I sort of now the Instagram algorithm's got me now on Reels. So just about everything is golf. And the caption was, when 3 of you arrive at the first tee and meet your fourth, and it's that shot from Silence of the Lambs where you first see Anthony Hopkins standing behind the prison cell, just standing there in overalls staring.
I do love when you're playing with some randos and maybe they're not, either you're not getting along with them, which I must say I've been really lucky with people I've been paired up with over the years, or they're not particularly, not that good or
Giving you lessons.
And you get to the 7th or 8th and you kind of go, so you're playing 18? And they play. Yep, okay, yep. Good to know. Good to know.
We might bail at 9. We've played with a few interesting ones over the journey.
We've done that before.
Yeah.
9 will do us. We'll go to the pub.
Yeah, this is too much.
What do we love about golf? What do we love about it? What's it doing for us?
I love how relaxing it is. Just to really properly chill out. This is Flem's favourite thing. If I'm playing a shot right and I absolutely shank a couple in a row, he'll just turn to me and go, "It's fun, isn't it?"
And the other
nice
one,
relaxing day.
We'll get on to handicaps, but the other one always love with you too is that's an 8 for 1 point.
Oh yeah,
That's an 8 for 1.
But I love the aspect of you just playing yourself. And as a competitive, beast, as the 3 of us are, and and most people who play golf are, there's just something in every shot, in every single shot, and I love that feeling of just absolutely smashing one off the tee. And I sent you guys something by Bert Kreischer recently where he talks about golf, and he says he never lays up and never plays conservatively. I'm like, that's me. I'm always trying to clear the bunkers.
No course management.
I'm always going.
You're
for the
the
green.
Arnold Palmer of this group.
Because I'm like,
he didn't lay up.
I'm not playing for money. This isn't my career. I want 1 inch of glory before I want 25 things that are kind of okay.
Well, talk about playing for that next shot. Let's have a listen to. I brought this clip in. Alice Cooper, rock god, who, if you don't know, plays a lot of golf, has found golf, and it means a lot to him. I was surprised and a bit shocked because you don't imagine Alice Cooper playing golf. But let's have a listen to why Alice Cooper plays golf and what it means to him.
I shot 65 3 days after my 71st birthday. Now, that's once in your lifetime. You only get one of those because the next day I shot 78.
And how many times did you cheat during that round?
After I got done shooting at 7 under par, I figured this is my last day on earth. God's letting me have a 65, and then the roof's going to cave in.
Well, you know, that's a tremendous accomplishment, though. You didn't take up golf seriously until,
No.
what, your 40s?
Yeah, pretty much. But I play 6 days a week. I play every day. And at 71 right now, I'm playing my best golf.
I'm trying to imagine this character that I know to be Alice Cooper, with the black eye, the boa constrictor, the blood, in the pastoral setting that is golf. And these things don't match.
No, they don't. But there's something extremely connection between drug addiction and golf. Because in drug addiction, you take a hit of whatever you're taking and, oh, that's great. You can't wait to take another hit to get back to that place. Okay, in golf, you hit a great drive. Oh man, wait till this second shot. You missed the second shot. You missed the third shot. But you're willing to play all day to hit one more shot like that. And I tell people when they first start playing, Lord help you if you hit 5 good shots, because you're going to be here every day trying to hit those shots. It's an addiction, and almost every guy I know that's sobered up plays golf.
That rings. I've never been addicted to, I don't think, really anything, but that rings really true. Like, don't you feel like it is that thing of going, I need to play. I know I drove that ball on that par 5, smack down the middle. I've done it once. I need to do it again. I need to feel that again.
No, Alice summed it up, I think, for most of us, isn't it? It's like a drug.
Yeah.
Can I back it up with another shot like that? Or last time I was here, I had a birdie. Yeah, let's get that feeling again. And if we're doing retrospective book reviews, I've got Alice Cooper's book, Golf Monster. And mate, it's an amazing read, because I'm a hard rock, heavy metal man anyway, so I knew all about this, but the addiction of playing 3, 4 and up to 6 days a week. But half the book is with golf instruction. So it's actually a really good book. It's rock and roll, but it's also how to get better golf. You know, he's big on hybrids instead of irons. He finds them easier to hit.
And golf, like most addictions, is a very selfish pursuit.
Yes.
And takes with it a lot of victims along the way, including your partner. So go, how long are you out of the house for?
Well, to quote
Didn't
him,
you play 2 days ago? What about the rest of your family?
well, no more Mr. Nice Guy. That was one of his big hits.
Yes.
Mate, when you want to win the comp. Mate, and that's also the competition, isn't it? Yeah. And we'll get on to handicaps. So you get addicted to getting your handicap down as much as you can.
Absolutely.
And that's what is ahead for particularly you two, man.
Absolutely. And I played, funnily enough, golf with somebody recently who played with Alice Cooper.
Oh, that
And I
would be
said,
awesome.
you know, I was talking about this clip and the drug addiction, and I said, hey, he shot 65, you know, that's amazing. And he looked at me and he said, I played with him. He's never shot 65.
Really?
Really?
He thought I think Alice Cooper may have just had a bad day playing golf.
Which
you know?
we all can have.
We can all have, of course we can. So I like to believe that he did have a 65.
I believe in Alice. I bought his book.
I'm backing Alice Cooper in.
Hey, because the guy interviewing him,
Well, watching that clip,
he goes...
he had doubts.
He goes, how much did you cheat? Which Alice Cooper just batted off, didn't even reference it, just plowed
Well,
past
I thought
it.
there was a bit of a
Delay.
lack of eye contact. There's a lack of eye contact, and then he kind of went, well, yeah. So looking back at the clip, I tend to kind of maybe believe the bloke who played with him, but I'm backing Alice Cooper.
Has Alice Cooper got a touch of the Donald Trumps about it? Because there's a great golf book called Commander in Chief.
Yes,
Which
great
is about
book.
Donald
Rick Riley.
Trump's... By Rick Riley, about Donald Trump's golf game, where Donald Trump, at his courses, the caddies call him Pele, because he's always kicking the ball out of the rough.
He has gimme chips.
And
Gimme chips.
Be off the green. That's a gimme.
That's a gimme. Which we could do a Trumpy round
Well, there's a
to
clip,
see how low we can go.
Yes.
there's a clip recently. Now I'm not sure if this was AI or fake, but he had a shot. He was at a tee. The driver had a big swing, misses the ball.
Yeah.
People around him clap, and he just picks the ball up like sneakily. And no, I'm not sure he picks. I think he just walks off.
Walks off.
No, I think he picked the ball up.
He picked the ball up, did he? Yeah.
I think he picked the ball up and just put it in his pocket and walked off.
Walked off.
And where's your second shot
what
from?
was that? It was
Or
a
your
gimme,
third shot?
It was a gimme drive.
A gimme
Gimme
drive.
chips.
And that's where he turns around and says, that was an amazing drive. 280 yards, straight down the middle.
Every podcast needs a resident Trump impersonator. And
We are.
You've claimed the job,
That's
Lehmo.
it.
You've claimed the job. Okay, so let's talk handicaps, because this is what this podcast is really about.
Exactly.
You two have your handicaps. One of you is of a pretty impressive number. One of you less so.
Yes.
Flem,
But I started at 23.
you started at 23.
I've got down to 3.8. 2 weeks ago when we played, I was off 6, and now I'm off 8.
You're off 8.
And that's what can happen. Like I had a 76 off the stick go out because they take your best 8 scores and take 0.8 or something like that. And I had a 73 go out. And just to sum up what golf is, so I had a 2-foot putt to get par, which I've done a few times, not a lot. And I think it's going to move a little bit. It doesn't. So I have 73. I win A grade at Riversdale. So if you told me that at the start of the day, I'm pumped. I walk in, my last shot is the missed putt. I'm pissed off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've won. Then you got to go up and give a speech when you win A grade, but it's through gritted teeth. And not only that, the guy I played with and against in the match won the Naga, not a golfer's arsehole, for the lowest score.
Yeah.
But they beat us. They mixed and matched. So not only have I missed getting par, I'm buying beers for the guy that got the friggin' Naga.
Who won the Naga?
So that is golf.
See, that's what
Yes.
it can do to you.
And so for me, yeah.
So you're an 8
Yes.
as we speak.
As we speak.
What's your, because we're setting goals for ourselves here as well. What's your handicap goal?
Well, pretty easy. I want to beat 3.8.
Right.
3.8. If I can get to 3, and then also individual scores, which you're obsessed about, Pete, but not until you get a handicap start plate in Stableford, which we'll talk about in a minute. But my lowest golf score is my highest test score with the bat.
20.
Which is
Are you laughing at your own jokes?
16?
I'm not Glenn McGrath.
72.
70 something, wasn't it?
73,
I've broken par before, so it can't be 73.
69,
Oh, Lehmo,
71.
71.
71. So
71.
So my second highest score is a bit like our mate Alice Cooper, 65. So I might
65.
need some mentoring there.
Yeah.
But I'd like to get under 3.8,
3.8. Okay,
and I want to beat 71.
And while we're talking about Test 50s, shout out to your great mate, Dizzy Gillespie, who did the celebration when he got his 50.
The Happy Gilmore.
He did the Happy Gilmore. Yeah.
So and we will be talking a bit of golf movies, but because particularly touring with the Australian team, particularly in England, like you are like a rock star in the bus. So we're watching films galore.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say we're the most cultured people, Australian cricketers. So they're comedies.
They watch Porky's 1, Porky's 2,
Hey guys, we're
Porky's
trying
3.
to watch the Three Colours trilogy. Pipe down.
Shush. No Godfathers. No, it's Dum Dummer. Something about Mary.
Yes.
But Happy Gilmore and Caddyshack got played so much.
Right.
Well, and
So Dizzy promised that to his Adelaide cricket teammates. Their nickname as a club, Buffaloes. What sporting team?
yeah.
Buffaloes. So he did the Happy Gilmore celebration when he got his first 50.
Yeah.
He got 54 and
With the bat between his legs and
Yeah.
smacking the bat.
yeah,
And didn't Glenn McGrath
got his first.
got his first in the same
Yes.
dig?
But Jason Gillespie got 54, Glenn McGrath got 61, and Dizzy reckons before he get his pads off, McGrath turns to him and goes, "Hey Diz, what's your highest test score?" Gold.
Good stuff. Well, his highest test score ended up being 200, so
Yeah, try. He beats that on the golf course.
Yeah.
And I played with McGrath. He's not shooting 61. What's your handicap?
my handicap at the moment is 22. And started out when I was first playing with you was about 28.
Yes. That was the 8 for 1 point.
Yes.
Stage.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. So down to 22. But I want to, in the next 12 months,
Yep.
I want to get down to single figures.
Single
and
figures.
I believe I can.
I like it.
I think I've got the tools in my kit bag, and I think with a bit of coaching, with some expert assistance, and with a couple of Donald Trump's caddies.
But the thing is about Lehmo, you've got the length. So when
you-
you hit a driver,
yeah.
you actually go 20, 30
Yes.
metres past me. And I'm not a short
And
kicker.
that's my favourite thing to say to Flem on the course is, mate, you really smashed that drive. You know how I know you've hit that really well? You're within 30 yards of my ball. That's another thing I love about golf is all that sledging on the
Definitely.
on the course. In one of these episodes, we'll go through a whole bunch of golf sort of abbreviations and nicknames because there's a few funny Instagram reels going around at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll create
we
some
will cover
ourselves.
that off in another episode.
But when your mate's sitting over a big putt, and you ask, do you breathe in or out?
Oh,
when
yeah,
you-
that's a good one.
Just what are you talking about? So just subtle sledging. We'll get a bit of that.
Yes. So you're off 22. Before we get to what I'm about to do, because I don't have a handicap, and we're gonna follow my little journey of getting a handicap.
Definitely.
A lot of people listening might not have a handicap. We'll take you through how to get yours. But why do you need a handicap, Flan?
Well, the one thing.
What's good about it?
Well, the thing is, it makes the game more enjoyable. If you're just focused about your score and you are shooting around 100 or you want to break 100 and all that sort of stuff. With Stableford, basically you just want to get 36 points. So for each hole, if you're playing off 18 and it's a par 4 and you have a 5, there's your 2 points, okay? You played to par
A lot of
on
numbers
that
there.
hole.
I'm feeling like Goodwill Hunting.
But you want to get to 36, okay?
Yep.
And you might wipe a hole. So instead of playing out and stroke and having a 12, once you can't get a point, you just pick it up. And on the next hole, you might par it and get a 3-pointer or a birdie and you make that up.
So I've played with you, and you'll say, you get 2 points on this on this hole. Where are you working that out from?
So I'm working... when we did your first round, you've done a round.
Well, we played a few weeks ago, or even many times. And at times at Riversdale, and you're like, this is worth 2, and this is worth.
So I guessed I gave you 27.
You gave me 27, yes. So and where are those numbers coming from?
So I'm just guessing you're around 100, and I know on 18 holes you get 1 shot, and on 9 holes you get 2 shots. So when you're starting off and trying to get to 36 points, on the hardest par 4, if you get a 6, you had a par.
You had a par, right?
With Stableford, and also
Is it every par 4 is worth a 6, or every par 5 is worth? Because sometimes
the holes are graded in the card.
there you
So
go.
you can
1 to
see
18.
the hardest. The holes are graded 1 to 18.
Yeah.
So the hardest holes are marked on the course.
Yeah.
and the hardest 9, if you're off 27, you get those.
Okay.
And also just playability. If there's 3 of us with handicaps and you're all playing without a handicap, we're still sort of guessing. You might be better than 27, or we give you a 32, or so it doesn't make the match even.
I have played some of those corporate golf days, and you roll up and you say you don't have a handicap, and you feel the disappointment in everybody, and they're like, you feel like you're a kid who's been like brought along, and you
know what it is?
entertain the kid.
Plus, if you don't have a handicap, they give you 18 on those days.
Right.
Right.
Which
Whereas
I don't
if
think I'll
someone
be
like
able-
me,
Yeah.
I rock up with a 22, and because I can hit it okay, people are like, "Oh, good." They actually want to play with you because you bring a bit of
Bit of value.
bring a bit of value to the group.
Tell your Greg Norman story. I love your Greg Norman story about the guy with the handicap.
I know a bloke who bought a round with Greg Norman at a charity,
Which wouldn't be
at a
cheap.
charity lunch. I reckon he paid 20 or maybe 30 grand for it, right? But he gets
Fair
to play.
investment.
But he gets to play 18 holes with Greg Norman.
Amazing.
So he turns up, and there's 2 other guys there. So there's 3 of them waiting, and Greg Norman walks up onto the first tee and to introduce himself to the first guy, and the guy says, I'm Brian or whatever, and Greg Norman says, "What's your handicap?" And he goes, "I play off 2." The shark goes, "Great." Says the next guy, "I'm Steve. I play off 4." Shark goes, "Great." And he says, the bloke I spoke to, he goes, "Hello, what do you play? What do you play off?" And he goes, 24. And the shark goes, "For fuck's sake." and wouldn't shake his hand and did not speak to him all day. And he's paid 20 or 30 grand and he got nothing.
So imagine little Peter Helliar coming up, I don't actually have a handicap.
Yeah, no.
He'd probably punch you in the
The
face.
shark would not be happy.
Greg Norman's not coming on this podcast until we get down to single figures at least.
Yes.
So, and there's just
Lehmo.
a bit of mystery with
Yes.
dudes who don't have handle. Are you going to cheat us? All that sort of
Well,
stuff.
because I'm capable of playing some good golf, but I'm also, I'm not that good. I'm trying to get good. So, depending on the day,
What do you-
on the horse,
What do you think your handicap is going to come in at?
I think it might be around between 22 to 24. You're a better golfer than I am, so I'm basing. If I base it off that, I'm going to go 24, 25.
Okay.
What do you think? What you guys have played for me? What do you think it might come in at?
I reckon about 32.
Did you see?
No,
Yeah.
I reckon 26.
I wasn't even offended by that.
I reckon 26.
26. Okay, I'm going to write this down. Lehmo says 26.
Flem, what's he going to come? Flem's doing a bit of analysis right now. Oh, he's going to go. He's going to go high. I can tell he's going to go high. He doesn't want to offend you, but he does want to win.
It's like guessing somebody's
But he wants
a
to win
lady's age.
It's like guessing no lady's weight. That's what I think. Flem.
30.
30.
Oh, 30. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
You know, yeah. All right.
You know,
I
you can
know-
get.
Did you hear what I said? 30.
30. I've written 30 down, mate. Seriously. And I have no. I'm really excited. So what we're going to do, we're going to head out to get my first card in, because you got to. So explain the process, Flem, about getting your handicap. You got to hand cards in. What does that mean?
So basically you've got to have 3 cards.
Yep.
And signed, obviously, with someone that's got a handicap. Then they work out. I still don't know how they work it out. It's mysterious. And if you're not at a club, you can join Future Golf or something like that. Hand in your
social golf,
cards,
yeah.
and they will give you a handicap. And I reckon my first 3 rounds, I didn't break 100, but started at 23.
Because sometimes it's about the difficulty of the holes as well.
Yes.
Like they might go, okay, you've actually.
Your hard ones.
What do you like at your best, and what do you like at your worst?
Yeah.
So it's not just a simple calculation as such.
No.
You'll get gradings for courses as well. So if you turn up to a hard course, they might give me 24.
Or they give you
As
shots.
opposed to 22.
So I'm playing Sandhurst. We're playing Sandhurst. We're kicking off at
which is a reasonably difficult course.
Yeah, I've had a look at it.
Yes.
It looks a beautiful looking course. But why couldn't I play like an easier course? Oh, well, yeah. What handicap do I want?
But you know, this is the great thing about golf. Everything's catered for in the numbers.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter where you play. It's graded as a harder course.
We
So
might play
all
off the
taken
whites,
into account.
and that'll have a slope rating, they call it, a difficulty rating of 130. So say if you're off 30, you'll stay 30. But if we go back a little bit and play off the blues, that makes it more difficult and longer. They'll give you 32, and then if there's blacks, you might get 5 extra shots.
Now,
But if you play, closer up, well, you might lose shots. So that's why you need a handicap to know exactly what you're playing off that day. And to get your to get better at golf, having a handicap, it's a measurable tool to say or show that you're getting better.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
let's assume you're getting better.
Well, of course, I might go backwards.
you never know.
shouldn't.
The bad news
Who knows?
is I won't be able to play with you.
Yeah.
I'm out injured at the
Injured at
moment.
the moment, yep.
Appendectomy, 4 weeks.
4 weeks, is it?
For 4 weeks, yeah.
So you ended up in a hospital in Milan.
Hospital in-
We got quite a shock, didn't we, Flem? We woke up
Yeah.
one morning, looked at our Instagram, expecting you to see wearing your ridiculous bloody Hawthorn jumper around Europe. By the way,
Outside every
I made a
McDonald's
joke.
in Europe.
I made a joke to him early on in this trip going, he sent a photo of him somewhere in London. I said, disappointing you're not wearing your Hawthorn jumper. Clearly joking. A week later, I see him with the Eiffel Tower in the background. It is fucking Hawthorn jumper. Grow up, you bogan.
See, this is why I
Whereas
did it.
I loved it.
See, I was with a mate, right, and my son, and we left where we were staying, went to get a coffee, and we were walking back. I had a white T-shirt on over the jumper, and we were standing. It was the Champs-Élysées in the background. I said to my mate, do you mind taking a photo of me and the young fella? He goes, yeah, of course. And so I hand him the camera. He's kind of getting himself ready, and I whip the white T-shirt off, and I've got the Hawthorn jumper on. My mate goes, I'm not taking a photo of you.
Good on him.
Wearing a Hawthorn, and he breaks for Hawthorn too. He goes, I'm not taking a photo of you.
gold.
And I said, the quicker you take it, the sooner I'll put my T-shirt back on. He goes, all right. So he took the photo. And
So
then I had it on in my hospital bed in Milan
Yeah,
as well.
I love that. So what's the recovery time? So will you
4
have
weeks
to...
until I can run again from
wow.
operation, and 6 weeks until I can golf again, which is 4 weeks from now.
Okay, you can caddy?
I can caddy. I'll come around though.
You can come around.
Yeah.
Excellent. I did wear a Collingwood jumper and an Australian flag as a bandana at a Koh Samui full moon party. But I was 21.
Yeah.
Grow up, Lehmo.
Mate.
Grow up.
Great.
So that's our job, is to get you a handicap.
Yes.
We're trying to get
At
good at
Sandhurst.
golf. First step is to get me a handicap, and we'll get you, everyone down. We're trying to get down. We're going to have
We're going to have a guest too.
We got guests, we got mates who come in. We're going to have caddies. We're going to have coaches. We're going to have players come in through this podcast.
Because we want to have actual explain different games.
Yes.
You know, like there's Stableford, there's par, there's stroke, you know, there's Ambrose,
and there's
match play.
Yep.
So we want to go through all that process and explain it and get quite competitive as well.
And different types of Stableford, as we discovered last week.
Yes.
The B.
Yep.
Stableford, which I'd never heard of.
No, there's so many things I haven't heard of. I barely understood a thing that Flem said about those numbers. I'm going to have to listen to the podcast back to understand them.
Yes.
now
I recommend that.
Every listener helps.
We should talk about the Open because it starts, I think.
Oh, yeah.
It starts, before we get on to that, could we talk about the Scottish Open because that just finished?
Yes.
And Chris Gutterup, bloke I, to be honest, never heard of, stared down Rory McIlroy.
158 in the world.
158.
Yes.
Again, what's great about golf?
Yeah.
One thing
And linksy golf, I think these sort of things happen a bit more.
Explain links golf. So you will hear that term. It's a links golf course. Does that basically mean
There's no trees,
Yes.
but I think the history goes back to, surprise, surprise, Scotland.
Yep.
And there was old Tom Morris, and I think one of his mates he played with was a Tommy Link, and Tommy was a little bit overweight and didn't mind drinking a few scotches on the course and get a bit loud and open.
Right.
And they're just looking how sparse everything was and no trees, a lot of bunkering, but a lot of space. And they said, we should call this Linksy because it's wide and pretty open.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. A guy I played with, old Tommy Morris.
I love it. I love it. So yeah, links courses over there in Scotland, and you had Chris Gutterup won, Rory McIlroy comes second. So he done a massive job to stare down the number one player, the best player in the world, one of the best players of the generation. And then Rory McIlroy got a lot of credit for like just the way he handled the loss, because these guys are obviously competitive. There's a point when they were signing the cards, you got to sign off the cards to make it all official. And Chris is signing the card, and Rory McIlroy gives him a nice little slap in the back. But I want you to look at the vision. Do you think how genuine was this, or do you think he knew he was being filmed?
Oh, yeah, okay. All right.
Here we go. Look. Rory McIlroy. He looks up. He definitely looked up at the. He definitely looked up at the start. Can we play it again? I'll play it again.
Yeah,
play it again. Look,
he does. There he is. He looks up.
He looks up. He sees it.
Because
he sees it. Then
he needs.
Pete, as the third, can you just do that?
Yep.
Up to the third umpire,
yep.
which is me. Since Rory won the Masters, it hasn't been very good PR from him.
No.
Not doing interviews after rounds and all that.
And complaining about. Did you see him complain about the greens on the
Greens.
here at the Scottish Open?
Yeah.
He missed a putt.
Yeah.
He goes, these greens are shit. Which made me feel good because I've said that 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I blame the
So
greens.
as the third umpire, that is pure PR.
Yep.
Yeah,
He looked
he's
up.
seen that.
Yes. That was, that's
I mean, it's still good.
that's not genuine.
Good on him, but yeah, he had a look. It just takes away from the moment that he had a look.
But great,
Saw it.
great story.
I was listening to one of the commentators just talking about how he's been off the boil since the Masters, blaming drivers. He's one of the worst drivers
He's
in
always
the PGA at the moment.
Yeah.
And he was great in the lead up to the Masters. So he's complaining about drivers, complaining about greens,
Yes.
just being antsy, not doing interviews. And one of the blokes goes, but well, to be fair, he is renovating his house. And it's been going on for 18 months and he's only just been able to move in. So he's got a lot going on.
Well, it sounds like he could renovate it with his driver.
Really, really
Bits
good.
of balls that he'll knock out a hole. I don't know about Rory there. And I don't know about him coming into this Open either. I'm not on him.
It might be the thing that brings him back. We should also mention this before we wrap up and get onto the Open, because that's the Open is where golf is. It's all happening. But I mentioned the win, but I didn't mention the name. Grace Kim this morning, as we're recording, became the fifth, I think, woman to win a fifth Australian to win a
Yes.
We've won two in a
major.
row, the ladies.
Yeah, Minjee Lee onto Grace Kim. She shot 7 under in the last 6 holes. Eagle, birdie, eagle. She's chipped in. She hit into the water and then chipped in.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
That's
Short game, Pete.
Has won a gold medal
Work
for us.
on your short game.
Yeah.
People say that. Short game is where you save strokes.
But she was incredible.
drive for show.
She won an Australian gold medal at the Junior Olympics. So she's won the watch 25 in the
Is
world.
that a goal for you?
Yes. Yeah.
An Olympic.
Get my handicap down to under 10.
I think.
I'm going to have my handicap before I set a goal.
Oh, yeah.
But certainly winning a
And you
goal
didn't
better
say
for
about
Australia.
your goal. We're getting a handicap,
Well,
and then
I need
let's
the
just
handicap before because
get under 18.
if I'm at 22, I'll join Lehmo and trying to get under
Okay.
single
Yep.
figures. But if
Yep.
I'm 36,
Sorry.
then it's it needs to have a different thing. So well done, Grace Kidd. But let's the Open is this week. We're heading into it, and we thought we might just look at a few players who we might want to look out for.
Well, the Aussies, I'll just run through the Aussies for us. We've
Yep,
got 9
please do.
Aussies. I'll do them in reverse order of odds.
okay.
Nice.
Okay, paying $501.
Am I playing?
Curtis Luck and Ryan Peake.
No.
And I'm going to come back to Ryan Peake. He's a
Yeah.
fascinating story. Elvis Smiley, one of the great names in golf, son of Liz Smiley, is paying
Great tennis player.
Yes, paying $301. Mark Leishman, 151. Lucas Herbert, who just qualified this week by winning a tournament in
I like how they got to
Lancashire
qualify
or something.
Well, Justin Rose, was it last year? He had to qualify and almost won it.
Yeah.
He
That's
did.
So you can qualify,
What would
get hot, and hit the tournament running.
Paying $67. Cam Smith, Jason Day, and Minwoo Lee. And the most favoured Aussie, according to the bookies,
Adam Scott.
paying $61. But Ryan Peake,
Yeah.
this bloke, was played in the Australian Open as an amateur when he was 17.
Oh wow.
Played junior golf with Cam Smith. They played in a few teams together. Was a very, very good, obviously very good junior golfer. Then just lost his way a bit and in a massive twist, was lonely, felt lost in life.
Lonely golfer.
Lonely golfer.
golfer.
Yeah.
Gets
That's
you every
why I
time.
come up with the club.
And luckily we came up with a club because he didn't
I
have
did.
a...
He didn't have one.
He didn't have one, and he found a club, though, the Rebels Motorcycle Gang,
What's their golf handicap?
and he became...
Whatever they say, we're not arguing.
We're not going to argue with it, yeah. And he became a fully patched member of the Rebels.
Oh.
Extraordinary stuff. And then he had some camaraderie there, and he felt like, I
Yeah.
found my home now, found my people.
Was he still wearing his golf slacks and when he went into the...
I suspect he wasn't wearing, what are they, the 5/8 or whatever they are. And I don't think he was wearing those. Anyway, at 21, he got arrested for assault, sentenced to 5 years in prison. I think he served 4, so it was a serious assault. But while in prison, an old coach contacted him and said, hey, let's think about golf again.
Came out one under.
So he went back to... Now, it's not easy to leave a motorbike gang.
No.
You remember for life.
Oh.
So he had a very nervous meeting with them, and he had the full support, he said, of the Rebels. They said, you go for it, mate. This is what you need
Turn
to do.
pro.
So he left the gang and started training when he got out of prison. And then fast forward to February this year, or might have been March, he wins the bloody New Zealand Open. Which
yeah.
qualifies him for the Open.
Great story.
It's an amazing story. And now at age, I think he's 31 now. Just the redemption story is incredible. So
Yeah.
I'm really keen to watch him this weekend to see how he goes. He's being interviewed here. Now, he's had a few lead-up tournaments. He was in Morocco. And now, it's a couple of things I love about this. One, he sounds staunch. Like he's got still the gruff voice. If you can look at his tats, he's got skull tattoos all over his arms from his days.
Which is not standard on the PGA
Not standard
tour.
on the PGA Tour. And but two things fascinated me here. One is that the PGA has a house in Richmond in London that all the players go to. And he talks a bit about what he's going to do in the lead up to the tournament.
I'll finish this week and then I'm going to head to London and start the Golf Australia house in Richmond for about 4 days. I'll play a little bit of golf around there, mainly just utilise their facilities and do some practice, and then I'm flying over to Belfast on the Friday, ready to get back into the practice at the Open on the Saturday. So I'll have plenty of time to sort of make my way around and feel comfortable and things like that, and just do everything that I need to do.
And have you played much golf that side of the world, the links style?
No, I've played links. I mean, I've never been to Ireland. I've played a little bit in the UK, but you know, as much as I haven't played a whole heap of the golf, it definitely does suit my game. You know, I like the hard grid off it and more of the mental side of things and stuff like that. That, you know, it's just an absolute grind out there, and I quite enjoy that style of golf.
There he is, Ryan Peake. When he played the New Zealand Open, he had visa issues for obvious reasons.
Yeah, right.
When you've got a criminal record. So he arrived in New Zealand Tuesday night, only had 1 day to prepare, and then played the New Zealand Open. So his preparation was far from ideal, yet he still won the New Zealand Open. So I'd love him to make the cut.
Yep.
And I'd love us to see a lot more of him. He said he's got a lot of friends and family. I'm just picturing a few Harleys pulling up.
on the open, and now to the tee. Right back, round.
Yeah. No, I think you'll find that landed on the fairway.
For the Aussies, though, I think Scotty's the best chance.
Yes.
Adam Scott.
Adam Scott, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Who would you love to see win out of the Aussies?
Adam Scott.
Oh, you would love to see him.
Oh, well, remember he had that breakdown. Oh, he was leading, and who was the guy?
I mean, I'd love any of the Aussies to win. Jason Day, I'd like to see win as well.
Yeah.
I just worried, Jason Day coming from America and the good weather. They're just different types of courses when you go to the links. So I reckon Scotty's still got the go. I mean, he was in the running for the PGA, wasn't it, recently, until the weather just turned to absolute crap.
Well, not an Aussie, but the bloke if an Aussie doesn't win it, a bloke I wouldn't mind winning it. And it is at Royal Portrush. It's back in Belfast, the Open this week. He won it there before.
Yep.
I'm becoming a big Shane Lowry fan.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
I really like Shane Lowry because I think I kind of see a little bit of me in him.
Yeah.
What is it about Shane Lowry?
Well,
You don't have a beard.
yeah, I've had a beard over the years, but there's a battler element to him. I think there is, as far as he's not the most polished golfer or the best golfer, and his narrative is kind of a big part of his narrative is that him and Rory McIlroy have been great mates. They met playing junior golf. In fact, Rory McIlroy, there was an all-island golf junior team, I think it was. Rory McIlroy declined his invitation. They needed 14. There's 14 players on that team. Shane Lowry is ranked 15th. Rory McIlroy gives up his spot for reasons I don't know. He gets a spot. So he credits, if Rory didn't do that, he probably wouldn't be where he is now. He has won the one major, won the Open, like I said. And he's got lived a little bit in the shadow of Rory McIlroy, whilst being a great mate of his. He always defends. He was in the Full Swing Netflix documentary, and they asked, are you protective of Rory McIlroy? He said, yes, I hadn't thought of it like that, but I think I am protective of him. You can really you see it. When Rory McIlroy wins the Masters, he tracks down the Augusta National Sommelier, which apparently is one of the great sellers in the world.
Yeah, right.
The amount of vintage and rare wines they have. And he wants to buy a couple of cases of wine. The sommelier has explained that you can't take wine off course here, but he's a cheeky Irishman. He's got a lovely grin. He flashes that, and all of a sudden he's taking home a case.
He's a character. We want characters.
He's a character. He's a case of this Bordeaux, which apparently was given to Jack Nicholson in 1972 when he won there.
Jack Nicklaus.
Jack Nicklaus, sorry. Just confusing my actors with my golfers.
One flew over the Masters nest.
You can't handle the truth.
I did love Jack Nicklaus and Easy Rider. I thought he was great.
But Jack Nicklaus couldn't handle not only the trip, but he couldn't handle the wine because he took the wine home and put it in his esky, or the coolers, as the Americans say.
Yes.
And he had two cases, like from 1947 and 1952, of this rare, expensive wine. Put it in his esky at home. It all went.
Come on, Jack.
It all went to vinegar. So Shane brought a case of that. They celebrated with Rory McIlroy that night. But what I love about him, he's always defending Rory McIlroy. They're great mates. They're playing the Masters. He gets off the course on the third day. And Rory is, where was he? Was it in the front or a shot off? Rory McIlroy, all the eyes were on Rory McIlroy.
He's been in the front and lost before, hasn't he?
Yes. All the eyes were on Rory McIlroy. And Shane Lowry's about 5 shots back, but still in the hunt. That puts you still in the hunt. So he's thinking he can win this. But all the reporters want to ask him about is Rory McIlroy. And this is the press conference that happened then.
No, I'm not going to stand there and talk about Rory for 10 minutes. I'm trying to win the tournament as well, so I know that's what you all want me to talk about, but I've just had a finish. I've got a chance to win the Masters tomorrow. I'm going to hit some balls. I enjoyed every bit of today, and then I hit that putt in 17, and gee, I couldn't believe it. Thought I did a great hole in the one back, and then I just hit a very poor tee shot on 18. But I'm going to go and, we talked about Colin Morikawa a few weeks ago. I think we need time. I think I need a half an hour now to sit there and gather my thoughts. I can't be coming to talk to you guys straight away. It shouldn't be happening. I don't agree with it. Tennis players have to talk to the media, but they have half an hour or an hour before they have to do it. I feel like we should have the same thing. And that's how I feel. Like I'm probably going to say something stupid. I probably already have said something stupid because I'm pissed off right now. So I'm just going to leave, okay?
No, thank you. Shane, thank you. I thought it was so... it was so human to me. Like, that was so...
Yeah.
So you're like him. So you handed your first card.
Well,
we can't talk to you for half an hour.
Until I've had my first
Is this
beer.
what you're
Until I've had
saying?
my first beer, you're not talking to me. You know
It's a
what I'm like.
30-minute limit.
I think, but Pete, after Pete's handed in his first card, he'll want to go and hit balls for half an hour.
I will.
After that, and then we
We're
can
gonna
talk
give
to
him
him.
half
Talk
an
to me.
hour.
I need to get it out of my.
Oh
I
God!
needed to get it out of my system. I don't know what I see. Maybe I don't really see myself in him. Like, maybe I was going
I
too
do.
far. But I see the humanity in Shane Lowry. He's lived in he's one of the greatest golfers' shadow. And people are still out. That was when I fell in love with him. I thought, and he handled it really well. He just said no. I mean, admittedly, he says, yeah, we shouldn't be doing, press conferences straight after the game. Admittedly, boxers do. Like, they chat.
Boxers do, yes.
do.
Well, and footy players that get bailed up on the ground.
Yes, and that's a more physically taxing game.
Basketballers.
Well, cricketers these days are doing it at drinks.
In fact,
Yeah.
pretty much every sport, with the
Actually,
exception of
I reckon he's a bit of a
Tennis.
I reckon he's a bit of a whinger.
Oh, no. No.
yeah. I'm a bit over him.
But
I hope he misses the cut.
and gets interviewed straight after.
Yes.
Yeah, about Rory.
Yes.
But he is a chance. He's won there before.
He's won there before.
So, this Linksy and they're big bunkers. You need passports to get out of. And there's 4 seasons in one day just in your backswing going down. Like,
Yeah.
this is
It's different golf.
incredible golf.
Who are you rooting for?
Well, obviously, I'd love Adam Scott to get up there. But,
Or a sneaky prediction, even if you're not rooting for him. It's a sneaky prediction.
what about Jordan Spieth?
Yeah.
When he come on the scene, early 20s, won a couple, not unlike Rory, and you thought this is the next big one or the next Tiger that'll dominate. And obviously Tiger's legacy will only grow over the years because how hard it is just to win 2 majors, isn't it?
Yep.
Let alone 15 or 18 like Jack. But I think he's getting his game back a little bit.
Yep.
Just as Scheffler for me looks like, evidently he was really bad-tempered on the way through the ranks, and he's had a good caddy and he's been able to suppress that and take golf to a different degree in the last 2 years. He's been clearly the best golfer.
Yeah.
But I reckon there's signs of old Scotty
Yeah.
coming out a little bit.
I didn't realise how close Jordan Spieth was to a Grand Slam, a career Grand Slam.
Yeah.
So he's won the Masters, he's won the US Open, he's won the Open.
But what
and
years
came
were they?
second in the PGA in 2015. He won the Masters, won the US Open, and came second in the PGA.
So I think he's about 23, 24 there. So you'd be thinking,
yeah.
could have 7 or 8 majors by then. It doesn't work out like that. But I reckon his game's been coming back.
Yeah.
Just a bit of a smoky. Have you got any up your sleeve?
Well, Shane Lowry,
Shane.
Tommy Fleetwood, I think, I think he finished second. I think Shane won it by 6 strokes last time. So he won it by 6 strokes at the same course, Shane Lowry. So he's a big chance. Well, if you put a couple of dollars on, he's one to keep up.
Well,
but Tommy Fleetwood, I like Tommy Fleetwood as well.
I could have handled Justin Rose winning the Masters over Rory McIlroy.
Yeah,
I love the story, and in full swing, it's awesome. Qualifying for the Open, almost winning it.
Yeah, good story.
I like Tommy Fleetwood as well.
Yeah.
He is so well behaved. He's always in the top 10 virtually. But that breakdown where Keegan Bradley come from behind. But did you see, he changed clubs? He changed clubs. I wonder if he'd hit that original club, whether he would have been pin high. Then he chips short of Bradley's ball. So not only that, he gives Bradley the line. So for me, that brought back a bit about just golf for the everyday golfer, isn't it?
Yeah. And we'll be following this.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Open. We're going to do basically a reaction, some kind of reaction video. I'm not sure technically what it's called.
So it'll wrap up Monday.
Monday morning?
Oh, no, but it's kind of Sunday night, really,
Yeah.
for us. The American ones wrap up Monday morning, but this will be more.
Yeah, and
Sunday night, early Monday morning. But yes, we'll be back in to pod about it Monday.
I'll see if I can tee up Shane Lowry straight after his round.
Shane Lowry.
For a bit of a chat.
And do you want me to get Ryan Peake? Fun fact, after Ryan Peake won the New Zealand Open, you know who conducted the first interview with Ryan Peake?
Who's that?
It was Anthony Lehmo Lehman and Samantha Lane.
Oh, wow.
On ABC Grandstand.
There you go. You got contacts already.
Yes.
Why are you slumming it with us?
My man Peaky. I'm all over it.
Good luck to him.
I do love that story, the Ryan Peake story. I'm going to follow him with interest. That's a wrap on our first episode.
Oh,
of
yeah,
Maybe
and
Good at
apologies. I just made up that Tommy Links. That wasn't a real story.
I did. I was so convinced by it as well. I thought it's kind of felt like a weird story. But I was like, oh, okay.
There goes our...
I made that up.
There goes our credibility.
We're going to get a sponsorship with Lynx Africa as well, Lynx deodorant, but there goes that idea as well. It's a great story.
Good on you, Linksy.
Good on you, Lynxy.
He's wide and he's open.
We're trying to get good at golf. We're trying to get good at golf.
Make me good at golf.
Make us good at golf. Plenty of episodes to come, plenty of different videos and things we'll be putting.
Hey, next episode, will we have had one round?
Yes.
That we can talk about?
We'll report back on my first round. We're going to, we've got Royal Sandhurst, why not, for our first card.
Yes.
Let's get it in. Let's make us good at golf.
Make me.
And me.
And me.
Good
at golf.
Exactly like we rehearsed it.